Welcome back to the Crude Project, everyone. I'm here with Ant, Kevin the 2 Cent, and as always, we've got a great episode for you guys. And
Seems like Bangladesh is shooting their own population on site now.
shit's going bananas over there. Before we dive into that, if you guys enjoy the content, please like, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Let's dive in. As far as I know, you were aware of this. Kev was not, right?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah. We
shit's
kind of
literally erupting over there. I mean, the country is
in shambles.
in shambles.
No joke.
Countrywide, like
They're
the entirety of it.
Bangladesh has been cut off from the rest of the world. No joke. And that might be a major reason why a lot of people haven't heard of this because they have no internet, no TV, power is out in certain places, cell phone signals are cut. I'm talking about a countrywide blackout. Information is not going to or from.
Yeah.
And this is all to do with, it boils down to the availability of jobs, which sounds wild, but we're going to dive into that.
Yeah. So, as far as we know so far, protests were happening.
Mm-hmm.
Students were out in the streets along with, several other age groups of people, but mainly students, because they are not happy with the current system that is running the country in terms of job availability.
Yeah, they got a weird system, don't they?
Yeah, they have a weird system of like majority of the jobs. I wrote it down. I believe it was more than half. So more than half of the jobs are all reserved for a specific group of people. Now, you can imagine what specific group of people that those jobs are. Yeah, exactly. We're talking about, all the higher class people, all the millionaires, billionaires, the government. And, so this did not fly with a whole bunch of students because of the lack of jobs, a lot of people are jobless, can't afford anything, and they're poverty stricken. So they want a change. And, they're like, no. So first, peaceful protests, and then the peaceful protests turned into violent protests. And then the violent protests kind of resulted, I believe, in the military, the deployment of military in the country from the government.
Yeah.
To kind of keep the protests under control. And that did not sit well with the people, the students. And then as a result of retaliation, like the military was given the go-ahead to kill students that were retaliating, and that resulted in 105 people so far, 105 students so far being shot and dead by the military, the Bangladesh military. Now that's wild. So that
happened so fast.
Everything escalated so damn fast, and to the point where now, like, the government was hacked by a hack group that's called the Resistance.
What a cliche name, though.
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
I guess. Just to know what side you're on. You're the Resistance.
Yeah.
Good for them, though. Yeah, they hacked them, but before they got to hack them, to the point where it got to, like we stated, like the whole country is on a lockdown on a severe level. Like, if you guys thought COVID was bad, like, this is to the point to where they literally have a curfew. If you were out of your house, you are shot. Like, not asked, not told. Well, you're told, but you hear nothing. I'm talking like on site. And that is insane.
Bro, like, imagine that. In this day and age, right? You have a country that is being run like this. That's wild. I never thought that I would hear about something like that happening. To have the military shoot people on site because they violated curfew, that's wild.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
It's insane. More people need to talk about this and spread awareness of what the hell's going on in Bangladesh, because they literally have, like we stated, no internet, and no news of this is being spread. So there is zero to little awareness of this. And there's a lot of like UN. Why isn't UN like intervening for something like this? This is like a humanitarian crisis, to be honest.
100% is.
Like this is insane.
Yeah. Because you think like people could maybe come up with like, oh, well, if it's crazy, just move. Like these people are poverty stricken to where the point to where you'd have to walk out of the country. Like imagine you're in the middle of or anywhere on the U.S. and you're just like, okay, well, I'm so poverty stricken and the government hates me. I'm just gonna walk to Canada from Maine, even from Maine. Like that's crazy.
Yeah. To like give a little bit of like numbers, put it into perspective in numbers, right? The country, I believe, has like 170 million population. So 170 million population is literally without internet right now, without power right now, because they cut all that shit off.
The government said,
if 70 people,
if we ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
Right. 170 million is in that state right now. And so out of the amount of students, 44% of the youth, not just students, 44% of the youth is either not working or they're going to college and for because of lack of jobs. 44%.
That's crazy to think. You have to go to college just to get a job. Like you can't get a job.
And then once you go to college, once you graduate college too, you are not guaranteed a job because of the system that they have, because more than half of the jobs are already reserved for a specific group of people.
That's
which is
wild.
Insane. And that is literally the core of the problem.
Yeah.
Because they're like, okay, well, even if we can't find jobs and we apply ourselves and we go to school and we get an education to potentially put ourselves in a better place to get a job, we still can't get a job.
Yeah.
So it's insane. Like,
that's
what?
Kind of like, we kind of have something like that. Not to that extent, you know, because people here will go, you know, they'll spend all the money, go to college, and then they still can't find a job. But you still can fall back on, even at the worst of your days, you know, McDonald's.
Yeah.
But it's just no. You are not. There's nothing to be had.
Yeah.
When your only option is a college to get a better education, to somehow maybe get into a position, that is bad.
It gets worse, bro. So remember the hacker group that I said were named the Resistance? So they apparently hacked the official website of the Prime Minister. And on the Prime Minister's official website, it reads, "Stop killing students. It's not a protest now. It's war." And it gets even worse. The protesters, they broke into prisons and they released all the inmates.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not... I don't think that was a good idea.
Yeah, that one wasn't a fair play on my book. I was like, hold on. Wait a minute.
Now you're a little bit shooting yourself on the foot if you're doing that.
Yeah.
Why would you break into...
I feel like they were in a rally and one guy was like, and we're going to fight back. Yeah. And we're going to take the government. Yeah. And we're going to free all the prisoners. Yeah. Yeah. No. No. That guy threw that in there right in the middle of the whole chanting and rally, and everybody just went with it. And they're like walking to the prison. They're like, well, you guys said you would, so we're going and we're freeing them. My uncle's in there. He got caught. He got caught out jaywalking. Put him right in jail.
It might be because, they want to incite max chaos.
That works, but the problem, I think,
push back.
No, it's like a distraction, so you can get the real job done.
Hopefully.
Probably.
But I feel like, a lot of the people who are going to be in jail, like if they have serial killers or just, people who have assaulted random people, thieves, just regular murderers, not serial killers. Maybe they just did it once or twice.
We don't know how organized these students are. Like,
if they take over, that'd be crazy.
No, I'm saying you go to the prison, you're like, hey, we're going to free you guys, but you have to do this.
Agreed.
Will they listen? I'm not sure.
Yeah, because the people, I think the average people of Bangladesh, I don't think they're armed much at all. Like maybe pitchforks and torches, right?
It ain't like the U.S., bro. We don't have the regular civilians with 2.1 gun per person. No.
Do they Bangladesh? Excuse my ignorance, but is Bangladesh considered like a first world or a third world? Is it kind of like that middle section?
I would say it's hovering between the
closer to first world, but only for a certain few.
So here's the thing: like a whole lot of people from there, are in like the IT field, you know, like just like the Indians.
Like
so
the
you
scanning
got
portion or the chip
both.
portion?
Both, I would say both. But anyway, the point is that they're not third world and they're not first world. They're somewhere in between.
Got you. Okay. So yeah, my assumption probably, majority of the people who are being oppressed probably got farm equipment at their best. They're out there running with sickles and pitchforks.
Definitely not weapons unless
Javelin,
you're the cartels over there.
Bangladesh cartel?
I mean, if they're not called the cartel but gangs,
They have gangs in
they have like terrifying gangs.
What?
Yes. Terrifying.
No.
I swear to God, they have like terrifying gangs that deal with a whole lot of hard drugs.
Bangladesh bangers.
The Bangladesh bangers.
Yeah, bro. They have terrifying drugs.
Are they like on Flaming Dragon level or no?
Flaming Dragon. I'm not sure about Flaming Dragon, but
because I mean they the Flaming Dragon. They're pretty renowned out there.
Let's
be dealing that right, Kev? That's what it was.
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder. I don't know if you remember that. That was a reference. They're not real. Don't worry, buddy.
I remember the reference.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you got it or not. Okay, you meant to seem like you were just going. I was like, Flaming Dragon.
Flaming Dragon.
We are Flaming Dragon. All right, buddy. I'm gonna need you to take a few steps back and go. Get over. Sorry, I'm getting a little sidetracked.
All you need is a Komatsu to.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what the Komatsu? I thought we were going with the Flaming Dragon.
No.
The bulldozer. That'd be pretty cool.
Let's reel it back. Let's reel it back.
No red dragon. No red dragon.
Anyways, yeah, no, they have pretty hardcore gangs over there.
Damn.
Like the Mexican cartels and stuff like that. And yeah, so aside from them, I don't see any other like regular civilians having like weapons and stuff. And obviously those drug dealers, cartels, heavy hitters, they have illegal weapons.
Yeah, Bangladesh bangers.
We ain't like over here where everybody is like licensed and they carry in on a dozen of each. I don't know.
We got them in flocks over here.
So yeah, shit's popping off over there. And as a result, people are dying. The government don't give two shits.
They're just mowing them down.
And they're mowing them down. And this is just the beginning, apparently, unless something happens and they stop the killing and it comes to a halt or whatever. But this is recent news. This is like a week old news. And in a week, shit has popped off big time.
Makes you think. What if something like this were to happen here?
Well, that's one of the funny that you mentioned, okay? Because that's one of the questions I had here to pose for you.
I mean, that's a question.
Yeah. What would it look like? What would US look like if we had the entire country's internet go down, like Bangladesh?
If we had the same sort of situation like Bangladesh does, it would be chaos.
We experienced a little something here.
So the CrowdStrike incident is what I'm guessing you're referring to was kind of upsetting, right? It was upsetting on a corporate level, I would say, and an inconvenience for a few people. And us as Americans in a first world country, we really bitched about that a lot, right? But if we were to have a situation even half the scale, not even like, oh my, shoot on sight, leave that out. Don't even put that in. Like they gave us a curfew or else, like a strong curfew, and they cut off time. Dude, the country would be, I give it 72 hours for the country was completely in turmoil. I'm talking about decimated. Streets, cities, statewide. I give it 72 hours, and it would be like I Am Legend. I'm talking about, okay, maybe there wouldn't be deer in the street, right? But I'm talking about horrific, like, flattened towns.
I mean, we kind of got a glimpse of that during the BLM.
Chirac. You remember how Chirac was wasn't that place? where they got taken over and they took it and it was like their own?
That was Seattle.
Oh, what was that place? What did they call? Didn't they call that Chirac, or what did they call that?
A couple of names. I think the first one was like Chaz.
Oh, I thought they called that Chirac, because Chirac is also what, Chicago, right? What they call
it's like a few square blocks in Seattle where they like took it over. And
yeah, I thought they called that Chirac too.
That's just Chicago.
Just the old Chicago.
Let's just pray and hope that things kind of calm down over there and things return to normal state, because 170 million people don't deserve all that.
No,
That's what I'm saying.
That's wild.
But, a thought also occurred, like, for something like that to happen and escalate that quickly. And we've seen student protests in other places, other countries, not just Bangladesh. Aside from you, what are the chances that this was something that was incited? What are the chances that this was planned, that there was a puppeteer behind this
To kind of push them along?
that fanned the flames?
I could see like how, but like in any regard, like for a test to see at a human level, that's one thing, but for like us, can't see it. We're not on the same level of like an average Bangladesh citizen.
Yeah.
Especially being, not two of the same, you got to think like first world to not first world, cultural differences, things like that. I don't see it would relate too well as like a test for the most part. I mean, a general basis test, maybe, but for the most part, no. I just see, like, as we specified, like their whole system of jobs, that's probably been going on for a long time. And that's just, what I'm saying? You're butting heads. And eventually people have enough is enough.
Yeah. Okay. Out of curiosity, can you look up Bangladesh's main cultural or main religion? Sorry. Out of curiosity.
Bangladesh?
Go ahead.
But that's pretty much it. I just feel like, enough is enough. Everyone has a breaking point, and, enough people said, you know what, that's it. We're done. And nobody in the negative side of that situation would have been just like, I'll just stay in this. Like nobody would want to. People.
Islam is the dominant.
Islam?
I knew it. Just thoughts in my head. Nothing. Go ahead. I've seen way too many things.
Oh God.
So I'm, we connect dots here, okay? And I got things in my head right now that I might be connecting dots with. I don't know. But I won't say anything past that until maybe we hear more of this. I don't know.
Yeah. But hopefully it comes to a standstill and they kind of resolve something.
Change the policy, maybe.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case because the people in power want the system to stay the way it is. Now, if enough people are dying in their country and they can't continue.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, because apparently there's a percentage of students that want the system to stay the way it is. And then obviously there's the percentage that are rioting and protesting and don't like it and don't want it to change. Now, obviously we can guess the students that want it to stay, who are they, and why are they for the system?
Right, they want to keep the job. They want to call, hello, this is Microsoft support. I am here to help you today. Listen, all right, I can have anybody over there help me with my issue. Just read the credit card numbers off the back and just help me with my stuff. All right, I got a virus. Help me out. But yeah, I just hope that things turn around. And the unfortunate part is before this hits mainstream, I think a lot of innocent people are going to be taken from this. Just think, those in the comment section, think about how horrible that would be that after 8 o'clock, you best not leave your house. And some people are maybe almost used to it. It's kind of like a whole kind of like corral the cattle. Yeah. We did it during COVID time, and people were like, oh, not too bad. Some people were bent up. You got your own opinions, but it's different. This is life or death, no joke kind of thing. You oh man, let me get a breath of fresh air. No.
You know what this reminds me of? Also, I know we wanted to kind of keep this short because we just wanted to speak about what the hell's going on, and then but I can't help but also correlate this with the other thing, but not correlated, but also kind of just like it reminds me. It's kind of the same. What was going on with Haiti and the cannibalism and the gangs.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty freaking crazy what was going on over there. So, and the country at that time was also in shambles.
Yeah, Haiti was not. I mean, I don't think they're still that good.
No, it's not. No, they're not. We recently, I think, funded them to like some odd millions of dollars to.
So things like that, I'm okay with. You know what I mean? Okay, these people are in. They're in such a weird state. They're eating each other.
There's other things behind that.
Oh, we made them eat each other.
We don't have time to go over all of that, and I won't. But there's some nefarious stuff as the reasons why that's happening.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Does it have to do with a certain foundation?
Yes.
Oh boy, here we go.
So
I'm about to dive in. All right. Well, that's enough crazy news for one day, huh? Is that everything we got on here?
I think that's about all we got over here. So we'll wrap it up here, man. Guys, if you enjoyed the content that we shared today, if you got any value from it, if this was informative for you, if you care about Bangladesh and what's going on over there, share this everywhere. And subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Go over to our Spotify. Follow us over there for a great commute listen if you cannot watch the video. Or, yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
See you.